All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. What is going on? I am your host, Much, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Ooh, that sounds echoey. Let me turn on echo cancellation. We do have in background noise. All right, let me know. Let me know if that's echoey. I mean, it is what it is. I'm in a hotel room, but yeah, day 3 of Freedom Fest in Vegas just finished up. And it's a good time. It's a good time. So why don't we do this while we wait on everybody to come through? So I did stream the Bitcoin debate. The subject was, is Bitcoin in a bubble? And there was 2 dudes who seemed to know a lot about Bitcoin and 2 dudes who just seemed not to know a lot about Bitcoin, but had a lot of dislike for Bitcoin. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Also, yeah. Also, let me know if the audio's choppy, the video's choppy, whatever. I'm going off my mobile hotspot, so if that's the best I got. So I figure let's do the videos while they're on my computer, and then worst comes to worst, I'll just stream from my phone. But yeah, I am tired. I am tired. Like, y'all know me. I am the guy who just stays at home and obviously I go to work and stuff, but like aside from that, I'm chilling. So just constant movement and activity all day is not really what I was bred for. Even though yesterday I took a pretty chill night. Like I still went and did some stuff, but I took a nap in the middle of the day. And then I went to bed early, so it wasn't that crazy. But then again, don't forget that Monday night was the last night that I slept, because Tuesday night I didn't sleep, and then I flew out. Wednesday morning, 4:30, left my house, go to the airport, fly out. Fly to, go through the whole airport thing, take a 4.5-hour flight. And I get in, come check in at the hotel, then went to the dispensary for some goodies, and then went straight to the convention. And then I was drinking all night. So yeah, even though I had a restful day yesterday, I am pooped. But so yeah, definitely check out the 2 videos that I posted. One is RFK, who was here on the main stage, and then there was also that Bitcoin debate. I don't know how the sound is. StreamYard mobile is very, very limited. So I had a couple. I did what I could with those, but again, I do also have a couple of videos here that where are we? What? No, window. Why is this not open? Oh, what the hell? It's there. There we go. Okay. To share audio. No. Okay. I might have to share my. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. All right. All right. So we're just gonna have to do it like this. So we're gonna do it like this, and then when I come back here, what's that? Okay. All right. So that's not too bad. All right. So this was who was this? To be honest, everything's kind of mushing together, so I don't remember exactly what this is, but Freedom Fest, it's in that vein. So let's check it out.
And we eat lunch at 12:15. I have 3 fewer minutes. That means you can go to diaryofcovid.com and buy the book, and then you get all the information. I might have said it in those 3 minutes. And incidentally, diaryofcovid.com, I sell it to you for cost plus shipping. So I don't need the royalty money. I just want your word to get out. So check that. Okay. They're telling us that it's time to move on. When you're a guy who writes a book,
okay, that sounds pretty good.
You get this a lot. Time to move on. Time to move on. We can't dwell on this. Time to talk about other things. Forget about it. And the thing is, I just can't do it. I cannot bring myself to do it. Can you imagine Thomas Jefferson saying, if the government carries out an unspeakable atrocity, probably the best thing to do is just move on.
Shout out to Godfried. Welcome to the party. Yeah, I mean, you could see it in my face. I am drained, but you know, now once I get some alcohol in me, this is a very light starter. This is mostly water, but my drink. Once I get the alcohol, I'll be good. Yeah, I mean that was like what the sound was in there because it's a convention hall. So I mean that's whatever. But yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. But I was expecting it to be a lot quieter because it wasn't necessarily that loud. So no, this speech was earlier in the day. This was the first thing I saw today. And again, since the you were watching the one I was streaming, since I can't zoom in when I stream, I have two of these here, which I just took as a regular video. So that should get us a little bit better of optics, and hopefully the oh, that echoey. Okay, that could be okay. Okay, good. That might fix. Shout out to my boy, the Funk Master General. Welcome to the party. Thank you so very, very much. Of course, Morty is not here, so I don't have any treats or any dog to give, but I very, very, very much appreciate you. Welcome. So yeah, I should be able to turn this down then. I'll turn the computer down. I'm on. Will do. Thank you. Oh, God damn it. Oh, this is such a pain in the ass. Do that first, then that. Okay, let's see if this is better.
You know, we can't dwell on this forever. Time to talk about other things. Forget about it.
Is that better?
And the thing is, I just can't do that. I cannot bring myself to do that. And can you imagine Thomas Jefferson saying, if the government carries out an unspeakable atrocity, probably the best thing to do is just move on. That ain't the American spirit. No, and we've done it too many times in the past. We move on after every crisis, and what happens when we move on is that they define the narrative of that crisis. So after the Great Depression, well, some people tried to explain what really happened there. But if you read a typical American history textbook, what does it say about the Great Depression? It was capitalism run amok, or the Federal Reserve.
I have not. Oh, where am I? Godfried, I have not yet read the comment on my Bitcoin stream, but I will definitely check that out.
Didn't do enough. That's what we have now to show for ourselves. And so that now today we get things like, well, we have to learn the lessons of the Great Depression, and they're all wrong. Or, for heaven's sake, the lessons of 2008. Well, now I do not want the lesson of 2020 to be a bunch of stupid rubes who hated science, refused to go along with our wonderful, selfless public health establishment, which was just trying to help you. That cannot become the conventional wisdom, and that's why I keep on, talking about this from time to time. Now, you may recall.
I wish I remember. Let's look up who this guy even is. So this was at 12:15. Let's see. This was I believe this was a COVID thing. So the diary. Yeah. Okay. So this was Tom Woods Jr. At Diary of a Psychosis. How public health disgraced itself during Coof Mania. So that's what he is talking about. And oh, what is this? Big shout out to Amber. Thank you, Am, for the $15. Very, very, very much appreciated. Before I can even get to the banner, out sponsoring our boy. I'll use this as your donation one. Thank you so very, very much. Here, let me do that now. Oh, bop. Shout out to the both of you. Very much appreciated. And with the $15, I very much appreciate that. Nothing out here is cheap. Nothing at all. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very, very, very much. All right. Let's get back into this. Nope. I got to do this first. Let me do that. Do that.
Conventional wisdom, and that's why I keep on, talking about this from time to time. Now, you may recall, keep an eye on the tongue. When you're the speaker up against the food, you got to keep an eye on the tongue. Anthony Fauci told us that you will be able to tell the difference between states that follow our guidelines and restrictions and everything and states that don't. And yet, if I graph the health outcomes of the 25 most stringent states against, on the same graph, the 25 least stringent states, it's the same line. You cannot tell the difference, and yet you should be able to.
You should.
After what?
Yeah, I mean, they made such a big deal. They made such a big deal about how drastic things were going to be if you didn't fall in line, if you didn't, go with the mandates or whatever it was, that it was going to be the end of the world. And yet we see very clearly that not that much different between states that lock down severely.
Was done to Americans and to the world, you darn well better be able to tell the difference between those two lines, and you can't. Nope. But we got this moralizing narrative. If you follow the guidelines, you'll get good results. But if you don't, you're going to get what's coming to you. That was the attitude. And yet, that is not what happened at all. That does not even remotely describe what happened.
1 second, I just want to try something here. Oh God, I don't even remember what. That's okay. I just want to get this. Get the ads on my phone. Since we're playing the video full screen, I can't see the chat. Ads on my phone. Okay. So I want to mute that. Oh, you can't. Where's the? Okay. We good. All right, we in there. All right. Let's do it.
You're going to get what's coming to you. That was the attitude.
Yep, it really was.
That is not what happened at all. That does not even remotely describe what happened. So let's take, for example, a non-U.S. place in the world, Sweden. Now, we all heard about Sweden in 2020. The devastation that was going to occur in Sweden because they weren't listening to the rest of the world's public health system.
I also wasn't sure how much you could hear my voice and my chuckles and my stuff. So again, I see the video is a little choppy, but it's just a guy talking on stream. So on screen. So let me know if the sound gets shitty.
Now we all heard about Sweden in 2020. The devastation that was going to occur in Sweden because they weren't listening to the rest of the world's public health system. It's going to be a bloodbath. 96,000 deaths by June. Well, that turned out to be off by a factor of 24. But then they said, but it's still worse than the rest of Scandinavia. If only they had listened to and ruined their society, then they would have done better. Well, now that we've moved ahead into the future several years, we can look back and see that Sweden has the best record. Not like pretty good, the best record.
And that's, a significantly big deal because, again, as he was just saying, the line was that if you don't follow these things, then everything's going to fall apart. And the problem with that is that people are, it's okay to be wrong, but people are still acting like either they weren't wrong, or they weren't wrong, or it's fine because they didn't know. They didn't know. Silly. Oh no! Yeah, no, I did that right.
We can look back and see that Sweden has the best record, not like pretty good, the best record on excess mortality in Europe. Well, let's bring it closer to home. I live in Florida, which, by the way, is where I left my sport coat. It's hanging in my car in the parking lot.
Oh no, that reminds me. I left my protein shake. I wonder. I feel like either. So, quick update on our a little overlord who is now owed 2 treats. Thank you very much, guys. He did spend the first couple of days with Sandy, my neighbor. That went well. She loved having him there, and then Biff just picked up Morty from her house and should be there soon. So, I forgot why did I even bring that up? Jesus Christ. My brain is scrambled. I apologize, guys. All right, let's just stop.
Or let's bring it closer to home. I live in Florida, which, by the way, is where I left my sport coat. It's hanging in my car.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that I left my protein shake. But I think if Morty had gotten to it, then they would have been like, hey, he spilled this all over. But they didn't.
I spent 2 hours this morning trying to find another one. The best one I found was $2,200, and I love you folks. You're going to have to buy more books than that. But Florida versus California, that was the big one, because Florida was very ostentatiously open, and California was ostentatiously closed. But what ended up happening with that? Well, the CDC's own data, if we say number 1 was the worst state, and number 50 the best, Florida was 36. Now, Florida should have been number 1 times a million, according to the hysterics. Shouldn't it?
Again, yes, obviously. What was the state that didn't ever lock down in the first place? Was that South Carolina? I'm confused as to why he doesn't use South Carolina as the same thing here. But again, the same concept as before. It's like if all these measures were effective, then why don't we see anything different? Oh my goodness! Thank you, guys. You are blessing me so very, very much. Said I can't come here, so maybe I can visit you one day. Hey, yeah, we will. Hey, we've got meetups in the future. Don't you worry. The 10K party is gonna be lit. That is gonna be lit. Don't you worry. Thank you so very, very much. I do appreciate you. And we got our boy Guam Tech. Welcome. Yeah, we are going over one of the as far as we get a couple of the videos that I've recorded on my phone to try to get a better video. Ironically, they're skipping around. But the sound is good. So a couple other things. Right now, this is Tom Woods Jr. talking about the COOF measures and how I did not do that. When the ones that are already online, I'm going to save until Monday when I get home. Then we'll do another kind of thing, because again, I don't have too much time here, so we're going to go through this stuff, and just if you guys have any questions like this, throw them out. Then for Monday's show, then I'm going to do a more deeper dive into everything. This is kind of just like a little check-in to it's Friday night. I had to come and give you guys a stream, even though I did the RFK just now. That was him talking and not me really. So yeah, this again, Tom Woods talking about how if Florida and I'm saying South Carolina, if the lockdown measures and mask measures, the everything was so effective everywhere else, then we would have seen numbers that reflect that. Yet just about the same everywhere. He brought up Sweden, and now he's talking about Florida. And again, I'm sorry for the. What if I don't full screen it? Maybe that has a weird effect.
Best. Florida was 36. Now, Florida should have been number 1 times a million, according to the hysterics. Shouldn't it? Would any of them have predicted that Florida would be 36? Now, California, this is age adjusted, is 39. So California did reasonably well. But again, the key figure is excess deaths, because that also includes non-COVID deaths. It gets around this complication of how do you code a COVID death. And Florida did better than California then.
Florida did better than California.
And if Florida did better than California, then all of it was for naught. That shouldn't have happened, and yet it did.
Ooh,
and you think yourself,
I have an idea. Okay. Peep game. I have an idea. this might just work. So if I use the laptop as just the, no, that's still not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. Damn. I was thinking if I use my phone as the camera, then maybe. Do you hear me? Let me just see if I turn off the camera. Does that help? Because I mean, it's again, it's just a guy standing at a podium, but I mean, I want you guys to be able to see if you can see.
Better than California then. And if Florida did better than California, then all of it was for naught. That shouldn't have happened, and yet it did. And you think to yourself, but the experts, they must have had some answer for this. Like if you ask them, how come Florida ended up doing better than California? They must have something. You figure, right? I mean, they have all these degrees. They must have an answer. Well, one day on MSNBC, and as luck would have it, it's the one time I ever was watching it.
Did I not switch back? Stupid. Okay, take two. So camera's off. Let's see if this actually.
And you think to yourself, but the experts, they must have had some answer for this.
The experts, the science.
How come Florida ended up doing better than California? They must have something. You figure, right? I mean, they have all these degrees. They must have an answer. Well, one day on MSNBC, and as luck would have it, it's the one time I ever was watching it. They had White House COVID advisor Andy Slavin. Now, anytime you hear the words White House COVID advisor, right away you think somebody is shuffling something.
Yup.
So they had Andy Slavin on, and they actually asked him, why do Florida and California seem to be roughly the same when Florida has restored normal life? And in California, they have a law, well, not a law, but a strong recommendation that the 15% reopening of Disneyland must be accompanied by nobody being allowed to scream on rides. Which, by the way, is involuntary. Why is this? Shouldn't there be a bigger difference? And you think, oh my gosh, they asked it. They asked it. Now let's hear. What is an SOB going to say?
Dun, dun,
He's
dun.
going to ask the question. And his answer was, there are some things about this virus that we think we understand that just seems to elude us. So you mean you destroyed people's livelihoods, decimated their savings accounts, hosted their life-saving surgery, split families apart, increased alcoholism, and your answer?
Yep, that is their answer. Very, very sadly. They don't have anything. But here is where I can bring in kind of where, some things that, in the title, I say I did not anticipate. And, I'm not very new at doing this kind of stuff. I went to VidCon that one day with my dad, but didn't really get much. But I saw enough to be like, oh, okay, you want to go with Dis Dialogues, make sure, get the VIP. That was great. Got the VIP. It was a smaller event, so everybody who was there was essentially in the same spot. So it was easier to talk with people who who were speakers, who were just people. Here, even though I have a media pass, the thing is, like, you still have to do your own media. So there's no like, hey, if you have a media pass, like, here's where the people are going to be to just ask them questions. There's no like press junket. There's no like, what do they call it? Is junket? Is that the word I'm looking for? But yeah, where like, and they do have the media row where everybody is set up with their cameras and whatever. But so the bigger events, it doesn't seem like those are going to be the best for targeted marketing. Whereas like with Dissident Dialogues, I went specifically to try to network with some of the speakers and some of the other VIP people there. And that was great. So I think in taking into account, I've always said that, I recently said, if you're going to an event and you don't get VIP, then you probably don't really want to go in the as a content creator, as somebody who's going to network. And that may not necessarily be the case. So I think the smaller the event, the better chance you're going to go and be able to speak to the headliners. The bigger the event, the more it's going to be about meeting other people just in the space. And so I could have easily just bought a regular attendee ticket. Now, I don't know what the price difference would have been. I mean, a 4-day thing, I mean, it would probably would have been cheaper, but by how much, I don't know. And the streams that I did do, I did get up in the media area, but as you could tell, it was still relatively far. So, and I mean, again, the video that we're watching is good quality, but right now I don't have good Wi-Fi. So, I mean, we can go through these more specifically if you guys are interested in this and you want me to send you these or whatever. But the definitely more about Freedom Fest is going to come out. But yeah, I didn't anticipate being like, I'm glad that there's a lot of people here from Atheists for Liberty, because I'm able to kind of hang out with them and there's people. But if I was here just by myself, like I was at Dissident Dialogues, I feel like I'd be spending a lot of time, just kind of walking around and hoping that I bump into somebody, or maybe I would just get frustrated and come back to the room. And the night that I was with Thomas Sheedy, the president of AFL, and Nick got that personalized video. Those are good because it's a more intimate setting. But we were also out and about before. And so tonight, I thought things would be a little, I'm deciding there's a party somewhere, but let's see. This is a girl. Let's see if she's going. Seems funny. It starts now. They just let us in. Didn't ask for tickets. All right. I guess I'm showing up. Oh, word. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we gonna party. All right, so good. Yeah, that is pretty much the deal. I mean, you have to figure out what you're able to do, what you can do. And I mean, if I were to go around and hound people and try to find people, I could, but I don't have the setup. I don't have the questions. I would have had to prepare to be a lot more on my own. And hey, I have these particular questions for you. Like I just met Luke Rukowski before that Bitcoin conference that we can also take a look at maybe tomorrow when I'm in the hotel. Maybe the airport. Maybe they'll have better Wi-Fi. But I mean, it's better off, because I really was trying to, the plan was just for me and this other dude to go to this other dude's room. And I specifically, stayed in last night because I was like, oh, let's party. And they're actually going to a party that's right here. So I'm going to go do that. I'm sure I will get on drunkenly at some point. So keep an eye out for notifications here and on Discord. Of course, if you've not joined the Discord, it is free to join. So thank you so very much to the donations. Don't worry, guys. I know we're here flying by the seat of my pants, but we are definitely going to take the time to go through all this. I'm very happy to be able to be here and experience this, and so that I can share it with you guys. So can you iterate on how you keep your bro? I literally just don't. I mean, I don't do anything. Like I have, the one thing I do is after I wash it, which I only wash it like once a week. And then I put in regular, not leave-in conditioner, but just regular conditioner, and just keeps it a little shiny. So there's your tip. So thank you again for hanging out with me, guys. I really do appreciate it. But I'm in Vegas and I gotta go make the best of it. So thank you so very much. Once again, I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. I promise we will do this check-in. Oh, we will do this check-in. But you know, I gotta do Vegas. So thank you. Until next time, guys. I am out of here. Peace.